Here in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, we can see the work of our nation's artists. But where do we go to find the magic of the creative process? On American Made, we'll take you behind the scenes to the homes, studios, and workshops for an intimate view of some of America's most creative minds.
See our celebrity guests, Anthony Quinn and Tony Bennett, creating in ways you've never imagined. Discover local talent and fresh new faces in the exciting and ever-changing world of the arts, performing arts, and craft.
The American Craft Museum exhibits a country's wealth of imagination and spirited expression. We'll visit the artists where they create and as they create. I'm your host, Thomas Hoving, and this is American Made.
By the rules of which the music was written, you know, if the most divine way that music comes from you is from a source that is bigger than you are. And to say that to say that I wrote Havana Gila because I play it, you know, is ridiculous. Or the Star Spangled Banner, or La Cucaracha, just because I play it or make a song like it. I might be inspired by it, but you always have to give credit to where it comes from, and which is the way that Africans are. Africans are that, you know, everybody is powerful. Each and every one of us in this room, in the world, is powerful. But, you know, that power is governed by your heart, and your heart is, like, you know, governed by your mind. And when you get those things in place, you are a very powerful person.
We know that the predecessors to the blues were the African work songs. What were they like? Do you know it? Does anybody know what the work songs were like?
Yeah, you go to Angola State Prison and listen to some of those guys breaking rocks out there. They'll let you know what it's like. I mean, talk to some of the older people, probably now in their 80s and 90s, who, when they're in their youth, worked for the railroad, the Gandhi dancers and people that drove spikes and, you know, put the ties in there, and they'll give you some kind of idea about it. Quite often, now that there's not as much pressure to not talk about those things, and that you can find out through those type of people, you know, older generation of people, or even 2 generations older. I mean, you know, who really know what was happening in terms of that time. But a lot of it developed out of African chants. I mean, the blues, people say, well, where does the blues come? The blues comes out, is a part already in a full form that you can recognize it now in Africa. But, you know, to the point, the blues, you know, it's just like the feeling, the sound of it, there's a certain kind of whine of the notes. I'm not talking about whining as in yeah, you know, but the sound of the notes and the way it's played, and the fact that the person playing it knows what they're doing. It's not like, it doesn't happen. It's not like they're playing somebody else's score. It was a way that each individual could put his or herself or their group self into a particular form or point, and people would dance and it would move people. And these are the things that were the retentions left over from Africa. And that blues is like a major link in development as black people try to struggle and develop in the industrial complex nations.
Charlie Patton, Son House, Robert Johnson, were these the architects of the blues?
They are some of the people who are hailed as the cornerstone, some of the cornerstones, but there are other stones, man. You know, there are a lot of people. Funny Papa Smith. You know, Funny Papa. See, okay, you take, for instance, the Charlie Patton. The difference of Patton has a, baby, I went away, mama, I ain't coming back to fall. And that drop that he had at the end of that stuff used to just blow me away. And that was his real style. Where Wolf's style was really more real tight to the phrase, you know, "Big take me to the doctor." They take me to the doctor. 109 road, the doctor said. Usually characterized by a kind of double beat where everything is moving all the time. You know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know, I mean, they really push all the time because these cats are, you talking about, you're playing for working people. So you're not playing for people who are sophisticated sitting back with their cigarettes, you know, and wanting to enjoy some music this evening. You know, you're playing for people that have worked hard all day, and the music involves the things that they do. You know, it's like one of the reasons that to say music like from the islands is so interesting to a lot of people, because people walk and push things around and ride donkeys and have to deal with horses and plow like that. When you're dealing in that kind of agrarian type of culture, you know, you're going to get that feeling as things move more toward cars and trains. You know, you can feel the music speed up. You know, you can listen to the music in, say, late 40s or early 50s. You can tell that those people are driving automobiles and they are not driving buckboards and mules.
I want to hear one of your pieces influenced by Delta Blues.
Oh, you heard a bunch of different pieces that are influenced by Delta Blues, but I mean, to say that it's exactly. I'll show you a piece. Why, you know, but immediately that's the guitar thumping and popping strings. Every night it could be in a spoonful of diamonds, could be in a spoonful of gold. Baby, just a little bitty spoonful of your love, 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 love. I'm trying to find my soul. People don't lie about a little bitty spoonful. They don't cry about it. They don't really die about it. Everybody fighting about that. Could be in a spoonful of wah, 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 ooh, wah, 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 water. Save me from the burning sands. Could be in a spoonful of smoking 45. Save me from a crazy man. Lied about it. They don't cry about it. They don't really die about it. Everybody fighting about that. Shake it to shake it to shake it to shake it on. Honey, babe, now you and me. Baby, can't you hear me? Sugar, now hear me when I'm on. Sugar, can't you hear me? Baby, now hear me when I'm on. Whoa-hoo. Ooh. Whoa-hoo.
And that was?
The Spoonful Blues.
What would you like to think is your influence on the blues?
I give a musician a chance to feel that there's a chance for him or her, to play traditional earlier forms of music and get the type of respect and start to understand writing the music from that heart form. I'm just talking about just dealing with the force that we as human beings are here on the earth. That's probably the biggest lesson to the whole thing. And I receive that back from people too, who say that the most divine inspiration comes from something that is beyond them. The music comes through you. I don't say it's my music and I've got this corner. The music comes through me, and that is a very important thing to know.
I still don't know how you do that.
Magic. It's magic.
Now from Mobile, Alabama to Nashville, Tennessee, Denver, Colorado to Washington, D.C., there rose a cry for freedom and human liberty. Oh, come along, my children, and take a seat with me. He's the poor, Americans, oh, side by equal side, sisters and brothers in dignity, brothers and sisters.
This is Thomas Hoving. Thanks for watching and celebrating our freedom of expression with American Made.